Hey, what's going on, guys? The Horror Man back ranking all 6 movies in the OMEN franchise. Full disclosure here, The Omen is not one of my favorite horror franchises. While I do like the films, I've never been a huge fan of them. Personally, I've always felt that the original movie was overrated. In spite of that, I'm also not arguing that it is a classic. Regardless, the Omen franchise does consist of 6 films. So Jason and I will be ranking them all. It's worth noting we did include this franchise in Franchise Frenzy last year. However, the first Omen was not featured in our Part 6's ranking videos. At the time of filming those, the first Omen was not yet available on physical media. Obviously, it is available now, so it will be part of this ranking. Like with all of my others, I will start with my least favorite and work my way to my favorite Omen film. I base this on criteria such as nostalgia, rewatchability, and overall enjoyment. As I said, Jason will also be ranking this franchise, so please be sure to check out his video as well to see how his ranking compares to mine. Please keep in mind, this is just my personal opinion, and you don't have to agree or even understand. So, here we go. This is The Omen Ranked. In last place, or 6th place, I have Omen 3, The Final Conflict. I really like Sam Neill as an actor, and I think he was cast well in this, but my God, I find this film boring. It's a slow burn, and for me, it's not the good kind of slow burn. I just don't enjoy it that much. I know this ranked low in my Part 3s for Franchise Frenzy, and it's obviously going to rank low here, in last place. Unless I'm marathoning the franchise, this is likely a film I'll be reluctant to revisit. The Final Conflict is dead last. In 5th place, which shouldn't come as much of a surprise, based on what I said at the start of this video, I have the original, The Omen. As previously mentioned, I've always found this movie to be overrated. In a way, I guess I get the appeal. It's definitely a scary storyline. I guess I'm just not a fan of the slow execution of it all. Now, if you know me and you've been following my channel for a long time, you might be surprised that I keep mentioning these movies being too slow. I'm usually a fan of slow burns. The Omen just doesn't do it for me though. I've always felt that the casting was a bit wrong in this one. Gregory Peck and Lee Remick seemed a bit too old. For those reasons and more, The Omen 1976 is in 5th place. Meanwhile, The Omen 2006, or The Omen Remake, is in 4th place. This is basically the original, modernized. What it really comes down to is I prefer the casting in this remake. Julia Stiles and Liv Schreiber just fit better for me. I still don't particularly love this movie, but I would rather watch it over the original. So because of that, it's 1 spot higher, in 4th place. Now that we're halfway through this ranking, we've reached the movies that I do enjoy in this franchise. In 3rd place is Damien, Omen 2. This first sequel in the Omen franchise used to be my favorite movie in the series. That is, until Jason and I rewatched all of them for Franchise Frenzy, with the exception of the first Omen, of course. Ultimately, my feelings didn't change on Damien, Omen 2, but I found that there was another sequel I enjoyed even more. And obviously, now there are 2 I enjoy more. Still, Damien Omen 2 is an awesome sequel, and it's miles away from the original, in my opinion. I find this one far more entertaining, and I like the direction it took. Damien Omen 2 comes in at number 3. At number 2 is the Omen sequel that overtook Omen 2 to become my favorite Omen movie, at least for a short period of time, Omen 4, The Awakening. It was during our franchise frenzy rewatch that I realized I love Omen 4. I love the storyline with Delia being the daughter of Damien. This one is certainly paced better than the first three and the remake. I love the 90s made-for-TV feel of the film. And despite being made for TV, the kills in this one are probably more brutal than most of the others. Jason and I may end up giving this one a positive spin at some point, maybe even sooner than later. So I'll end it here. The last thing I'll say about Omen 4: The Awakening is it's easily one of the most rewatchable in the franchise. I know it's an unpopular opinion, but it's number 2 for me. Which means my number 1 favorite movie in the Omen franchise is The First Omen. Ironically, the one film in this franchise that I did not include in Franchise Frenzy is the movie I like the most. For me, The First Omen is in first place, and it's not even close. I love the setting, and that the movie was filmed on location in Italy. I like the characters, and the storyline, and the way this prequel developed the rest of the series. The First Omen by far features the creepiest moments in the franchise. It also contains the most graphic and what also might be the most disturbing. The First Omen has the longest runtime, yet it's the fastest paced. It's a great movie for fans of the franchise, as well as newcomers to the series. This is how you make a legacy prequel. I also love how it ends, and it has left me wanting follow-ups to this. The First Omen opened a door, and there is opportunity for more. Lastly, this is absolutely the most rewatchable in the franchise. Great location, great cast, great jump scares, great gore. The First Omen is the first Omen that left me wanting more. I mean that in a good way. The First Omen is in first place in my Omen ranking. So, there you have it, guys. My ranking of all 6 movies in the Omen franchise. How would you rank these films? Comment below and let me know. As always, please be sure to check out Jason's video too, to see how he has the Omen ranked. Which franchise will we rank next? Check back soon to find out. Until then, remember, physical media matters. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit that thumbs up and be kind. Subscribe.